Okay, friends, so we went over this in class, but I'm making a short little video to help you just in case you forget exactly how we need to make sure that we're measuring, because there's some really important steps that we need to make sure we're doing when we're taking a measurement. First of all, you need to make sure that you're using whichever side I tell you to. There's an inch side and there is a centimeter side. So if you remember, the centimeter side, we have 10 millimeters in every centimeter. So when we're thinking about centimeters, we're going to be using 0, 1, 2, 3. We're using the big numbers where the long lines are. On the inches side, we're going to be using this part where we have a 0, and then we have this space here that doesn't have a number. See that line? And then we have a jump to the number 1. So the inches, there's 16 spaces in here. That's pretty hard for us to use. We're going to focus on the inch. How close is it to that inch? Okay? If you want to do half inches, you can do that. But right now we're going to focus on these whole numbers where we see a 0, 1, 2, 3, because this is just making sure that we're trying to get close to that measurement. Okay? So the next step is, for this first part, we're going to use inches. I need to make sure that whatever I'm measuring by starts at this 0. If I put it any old way, is that going to tell me how many inches my eraser really is? No, because it looks like my eraser is 7 inches. Well, that's not right, because it's not all this long, is it? No. So when we measure, we have to make sure that we're starting at that 0 spot. And let me move it more under my camera so you can really see that I'm actually at that 0 spot. Okay? Now, I need to figure out how long is my eraser. And here I have 1. Remember, we're counting the big numbers that are here. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 inches. And when we're writing this down, we want to make sure that we're indicating that it's 5 inches. We don't want to write down just 5, because guess what? Somebody could think it's 5 feet. That would be 5 of these, 5 full rulers. That's big. Somebody could think it was 5 centimeters. That would only be this big. Is that what your eraser is? No. So we have to say what it is. It's 5 inches. Okay, let's do another one just so we have the good idea of what we're doing. This time I'm going to use my notepad. And I need to figure out, whoops, I almost did it in centimeters, didn't I? Don't want to do that. I'm going to mark it. I'm going to put it right at the 0. And now I can see how many inches is my Post-it pad. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches. 6 inches. That's it. So it's not tricky so long as you follow those steps to do inches. Now, let's do centimeters quick. Again, I'm not worried with millimeters. I am worried with the centimeters, the ones that have the numbers on it. So just like with inches, check, make sure I'm on the right one. This says centimeters, so I'm good. I need to line it up with my 0. It's lined up with the 0. And now I'm going to count until I get to the end of where my eraser is. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do I really have to count? No, 13. I don't have to count because look, 13. It's at 13. That's exactly how big my eraser is. So it is 13 centimeters. So I'm going to write a cm because centimeters is a long word. And just like we discussed in class, we're going to use an abbreviation. C for centi. M for meters. Okay, so let me show you one more. Again, I'm going to measure my Post-it pad. Again, I'm going to make sure I always line up at the 0. And again, I'm going to see how far does it go. I'm not counting because I can see right now it's at the 0. It lines up here. It is 15 centimeters long. So you just have to follow those steps, friends. Make sure that you're going through using the right side and that you are lining it up with the 0, and you'll be great.